The business event traveller is vitally important to Australian tourism. They're a very high yielding sector. They're a sector that we know that 80% of them are repeat visitors, often in a leisure sense after they've been here for a business event. This industry supports vital infrastructure into not only our metropolitan centres but also our regional centres as well, not only through convention centres but also through hotels and other meeting facilities as well. So on every different level, from an economic, from a social, from a physical infrastructure perspective, this sector is vitally important to the Australian visitor economy. Look, it's hugely competitive. I often use the story in 1999, Tourism Australia was the first international destination to open its office in mainland China. We now compete with over 190 other destinations in that market today. So it's a hugely competitive race, it's a hugely competitive sector, and it's one of the most complex and sophisticated sectors for marketing as well. So it's really, really important that this sector, along with the leisure sector as well, becomes more sophisticated because it becomes more innovative, uses digital channels, and also importantly emphasises its value to the overall economy. We certainly see opportunity out of mainland China. I mean, mainland China continues to be, such a significant player in the Australian tourism story, not only for leisure visitors but also for business events tourists as well. We also anticipate that the United States, on the back of an increased consumer confidence in that market, will also start to return to growth. We also see New Zealand as being a really important part of the business event story, in much the same way that it has been such an engine room for numbers of visitors for leisure tourists. We also think that the 195,000 New Zealanders that come to Australia for business events opportunities, that can be grown, and more importantly their yield can be improved. So from a Business Events Australia point of view, those three markets will be very critical to our ongoing efforts, but also continental Europe. They're high repeat visitors, their currencies are performing strongly, they know Australia is a great destination for business events as well. So we see those four broad regions as being very important. And then the markets that are starting to see good growth from last year as well were markets such as India and also Japan, which when you compare this sector to the leisure sector in Japan, the story is a much more positive one. I think one of the sleepers in all of this could be the Indian market. We've just had a huge trade delegation go into as part of Australia Week in India, over 450 Australian businesses. The aviation links are becoming stronger. You can fly directly from Mumbai into Sydney and also to Melbourne through Singapore on Singapore Airlines, which services the country nationally. So from that perspective, I think that India is a real potential market in the future.